Who is Hercules Nicolau to you, and can you describe his character?
My brother. His character is just like all in, don't fuck about, just 100 miles an hour, get it done. I don't know, he's just a doer. I wouldn't say he's naturally gifted in anything that he's excelling in now. It's literally just work ethic and grind. I think you can kind of tell who someone is by what they're currently doing and what they're naturally talented at. And everything he's currently excelling in is like something where he started probably below most people's like starting point. I don't know if I would call it obsession. Obsession is what like lazy people call work ethic. I think he's just got a good work ethic. There's only like a few times where he's probably showed pure obsession. Earliest real memories I can remember is just like probably just skating. If he wanted to do a trick, he would just stand there for hours, snap a skateboard, get pissed off. 500 attempts until he gets done.
I'd call it. I think we're close enough to say that's my brother. Me and Herc have gone through very similar things. We have a chip on our shoulder, and sharing that allows us to better ourselves.
I low-key don't like running. Why is
you
this?
You like the feeling of crossing the line?
Yeah.
With a 2:59.
I think his love for running is something so pure and so, I want to say effortless, but it's not. He makes it look effortless, but he puts in a lot of work to make it look so effortless. But I think he gives so much to it, and running gives him so much back. I think what I get from him and he gets from me is just a shared appreciation of each other's passions. Like, we both understand what this means to us. We both understand how much we've sacrificed to get to this point. It doesn't matter what your passions are, as long as you have a passion. Being around people that share a passion, or you can see it in their face, it inspires you, creates like it's just a fire within that makes you want to keep going. It makes you want to be better, and I think that's what ignites like our flames. So that's exactly how I feel when I'm running with her or with anyone that kind of shares that desire to better themselves.
I am Hercules Nicolau. I am a ultra runner, entrepreneur, advocate of daily discomfort.
I'll be taking on a 350-kilometer run up the Adriatic coast from Montenegro, finishing in Split, Croatia.
We can't check in for a couple hours, so I think maybe we'll just go down. It's about another half hour just to like seaside shops and stuff like that. Quite a bit of altitude though. Quite a bit of altitude. Yeah. I think we'll be alright with it.
I mean, what's the weather like outside?
It's not even that bad. I could run in this all day long.
Yeah, this is
All day long.
All day long,
is
bro.
midday, so we're kind of
It's all up here, bro.
Yeah, all day long.
Until the sodium sweat, bro. Can I get a protein bar?
You right, man? You right? Man.
I'm Leon Lewis, also known as Sweets Lewis, South London's Forrest Gump. I'm a runner. I think my favourite distance is probably a marathon. Since doing the last Cyprus trip, I've ran across Jamaica.
Why do I look like a drug dealer?
Get a bag now. Yeah, slight chin. Cheers, brother.
The day before was, in terms of like the vibe, it was super chill.
pokažeš ti kuću.
Ja ću pokazati.
Ali no tequila.
Strom.
Da.
Oh, you said that? I couldn't have said that, man. No.
25 for alcohol.
We were busy. It ended up where our Airbnb was. There was like no power. Closest shops were like 40 minutes away. So like, we knew we had to kind of like action things and get a little bit more organized and get everything ready. And then we get hit with like, so we're looking at where the start is, and the drive looked way longer than we thought. And then Google Maps and Google and the news is like popping up. There's like wildfires everywhere across sort of the Balkans, Greece, Italy, Montenegro, Bosnia, Croatia.
Across the Mediterranean, from Portugal to Italy, Turkey to Montenegro, wildfires are burning. A heat wave gripping southern Europe has seen temperatures soaring up to 43 degrees Celsius.
Bosnia, Montenegro, Albania, fucking hell, bro. Greece is in the trenches. Bulgaria. Bro, Europe is on fire. Why? What the fuck? Cyprus has gone. It's actually crazy. Where I'm supposed to finish, which is like here, at 100k for day one.
Yeah.
Should only be an hour to drive back to the Airbnb, but it's saying it's adding an hour and a half on saying route may be affected by severe fire. Oh, yeah, look, and it's showing where the fires are. So this whole bit here and this whole bit here is on fire.
At that point, I'm like, is this run even going to happen? The whole route looks like we're literally on the map. You know, we're looking out at the Airbnb, we can see smoke.
I really know.
And it sort of seemed as though it was fully surrounding us, like for the full duration of the run, and it didn't look as though there was any way of getting around of it.
You know, I think in that moment I wasn't selfishly thinking of just me and the run and, oh, this can't happen. It was more like, damn, there's some crazy stuff going on here and it's bigger than this moment about me. You always get that little thought of like, can I really do this? Can I consecutively run that far? Am I really made of this? I always have them thoughts. I've learned to control them a little bit more now, but they were definitely there, and it was like, am I way too calm and collected about the fact I'm gonna run 350 kilometers in 30 degrees heat with elevation and all sorts?
Like, having all the people I need here honestly just makes us feel like it's going to be more fun than a challenge, like compared to what we've done as a group before. I think already the trip has just felt like that, so I'm looking forward to just taking that in to the run. Obviously we've got the fires and stuff just to keep a watch out for, but I think we all know what we're doing by now. I think we all know what the gig is, what our roles are. Yeah, I mean, it's just clocking in for work. I don't feel like nervous for it, and I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing yet. I don't know whether I'm being a bit ignorant. I also think, like I said to myself, I want this to come across as more of a, like, I don't know, I guess like celebration of the journey I've had with running, like not in a corny way, but like even doing things like this is just like quite, I don't know, it's like mega for me, innit? It's like changed my life. And then I'm trying to make sure on this run, even when it inevitably gets harder, it will be a challenge, that I'm
enjoying it.
Yeah, like I'm staying centered and being like, having a smile on my face, and like I have chose to be here. But yeah, that's it. Thank you boys for being here as always. Much love. Let's get some sleep, let's get our 8 hours, let's get Whoop 100 recovery score, let's have some fun. Sleep was 6 hours 43.
Internally, it was just like, yeah, let's do this. Like, I was just more excited than nervous at that point. I was up, I'd slept well. As always, it's like 7 lads in a house, there's just like stuff everywhere. So I'm like packing all my stuff and I'm like, this is my section of the boot. Everyone's probably thinking, shut up, man. The drive to the start was a bit of a pain because it was like super dark. We're driving on these sketchy roads across mountains. We got 2 big cars. Just more than ready to get to the start and get moving, really.
Oh look, it says Montenegro Tower, which is where we're starting. Dogs allowed. That's a good job. It's fucking pulling up. Yeah, let me, in the first 1 or 2K, I'll message to be like, oh, maybe someone should come with me for the first one. We'll see. Anyway, let's get this fucking show on the road.
At that point, it was like, this is what you do now. This is like what you've trained for. This is where you are alive. This is where you excel. Like, this is me, like in my best or purest, happiest form.
It's a bit of a headache off the bat. Where it's dark. A little bit annoying, but I got lost air times. That cave just took me 9 minutes.
And getting used to the navigation and the pathing and the routing, plus you're going to be on the main road soon enough. So keep on keeping on.
First like 5K was kind of annoying because it was like straight uphill, like through these random trails. It was like pitch black, it was fun. There was like in a storm and I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a day of that. But that cleared up quite quickly.
You need someone in? Do you want someone in? Or
Someone wants to run, I don't really mind.
Yeah.
It was literally the first 4K was like, oh, it's gonna be easy. Is it trail?
Yeah.
Uphill trail, like, you know when we started TSP South Roads?
Yeah.
It was like that, I just couldn't see anything. But it's fun. But you might as well come out. Yeah. View looks like it's gonna be crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, waking up at 2 a.m, going to the starting line, there was a bit of a thought going through my head like, oh shit, here we go again. That meme from GTA 4 or 5, whatever. If I could spend my summers with my friends doing adventures like that for the rest of my life, sign me up.
I think it's about another 300k.
Yeah, my hat came flying off over there.
I'm gonna go get this.
Like, you create bonds with people in this space and you train with them, and then like you go to these beautiful places and it's like just an honor to share the road and share that experience and like having meaningful conversations along the way. It wasn't a run about me, it was about what running is and how it's molded my friendships and relationships. So I always wanted to like go into this sharing as much as I can with my friends.
How's Hurt doing? Good?
Yeah, he's in good spirits and body's feeling fine. Yeah, he's wanting to just do it like 70 to 80k a day, and it just be a calm thing as opposed to push. To do the 100k days.
We're feeling good. Fine, bro.
Fantastic.
I mean, we're gonna be done in a... Yeah. We'll be done in a couple of hours.
Yeah, literally.
Well, not a couple, but like 3 and a bit. I'm on 50k.
Oh, you only got 20 left?
27.
Are you doing 77 today?
Yeah, because that's exactly to the pier.
Oh, okay.
I honestly think the biggest shock of day one was like the end and me being like, I can't believe how good I feel.
Day one. Complete, lads. But mate, it started piercing down, and then we saw a bike crash. Dog in the back of the bike. The woman was like, "Help me, help!" We were aura farming, bro. Come out of nowhere, saving everyone. Like, so. Oh, what you doing? I was just running to Croatia. See you in a bit, and just carried on. It's crazy.
Day one was 78k, and I think we moved at an average pace of just under 7-minute Ks, I think. So I was on the road for literally 9 hours, I think 3 minutes.
Put it in the back seat of this as well, that works.
Just so every time I want to get something to eat, I can
Day two was like a little bit more logistics because we had to like start with getting on a ferry and then like run up to the ferry on foot and get on the ferry on foot, and then we knew we were going to cross into Croatia as well.
Ferry's gonna take him across, but if he's like driving and going in the car, like technically, it would be an
I
issue.
mean, just drive the car onto
Yeah.
the ferry and then we can sit in the car in the ferry or just stand outside it. Don't really.
And pedestrians can just walk on. Pedestrians, if you
No car.
yeah, so they're fine to just walk on. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. That's fine. Yeah, a car. 2 cars. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, gents. Day 2. Let's do it.
Do you have your passport?
Nah, we still got like 20k, so I'm gonna see you before then.
Go.
What, until we get to the border?
Yeah, maybe you. If
You gonna leave it here?
Yeah, should I just give you my passport?
You're legal. Where's your passport?
Let's put on the aura deleter.
The nullifier.
Like there was the running with the passport element. Are we going to have issues with border control? Because it's not the first time I've crossed the border in the middle of a run. So it was like more making sure logistically we were ready. Day 2 is when the route started getting beautiful, and I remember just being like, I can't believe I'm here running in this place. Like, this is my life.
I just don't get it. They're taking so long. They're just sweeping the booth. They're not letting any cars through, either that side or coming in. And Herc's obviously just standing there. It's only getting hotter. Our legs are tightening up. It's actually kind of jarring. He's obviously getting a bit ag because I'm getting ag. It's making no sense. So we're just waiting at the border now, in between 2 different countries.
I mean, it took like 40 minutes to cross. Honestly, I remember actually being quite antsy and just like, I want to keep running because like I wanted to stay on schedule of like finishing them at the same time and eating at the same time. So it was a little bit annoying that we like lost time there, but for the most part it was like just smooth sailing.
I took a generational,
Mo
generational aura there.
Aura there. Every single coin gone. Tripped up a curb and fell into the fetal position right at the border.
Fetal position's crazy.
It was probably the least I've ever felt alone from an element of running, but also seeing how much my crew are like there for me, taking care of me, making sure that I'm fueled. Am I okay with the heat? How am I feeling? Like having a laugh with the guys, someone always running beside me. Like definitely no points where I felt like I was alone in them moments. I remember like day 2 just finishing with anticipation of like day 3 literally starts on the biggest climb of the run.
Well, how are the hills? The hills were a lot. I don't know who was driving who, but we ended up doing like 6:30 all the way up the hills, and it's like we'll look and see. We think, oh, it's only going to be there till it ends, and then get around the corner, keeps on going up.
Yeah,
kept on going up, and yeah, it was just tight in terms of the vehicles. Taking the bends, a lot of people weren't happy, a lot of bibbing and that. I cut my leg trying to off over the fence as well. Madness.
You're like trying to stay on the side, like when we was up there, you're obviously trying to go right over, and it was just like bro, I was like feeling sick because the drop was so big. It was like lorries going beep. Bro, running up, we didn't walk once. We ran the whole thing. 6:30's the whole way up. Just fucking gunned it, bro.
Yeah, when that day rounded off, it just sat with me like, all right, cool. It's time to like really get the right rest now, because day 3 is gonna like, soon as you get going, boom, smack me in the face. So yeah, definitely a bit of anticipation towards the end.
I'm gonna call I'm gonna say one of the world's biggest ham and cheese rolls.
It needs a name.
With pickle.
What's it called?
I don't know. The kilo.
The kilo.
Look at that. 2 whole packs of ham, 2 whole packs of cheese. I don't even know where to start with this. That was pure bread.
I was just surprised how the mood, because it just didn't feel as though we were really having a big challenge. Yeah, like 70-kilometer days is a large challenge really, like to do on a back-to-back day. But yeah, this was just different.
And describe it to me.
Pain.
Feelings.
No pain. I've never seen strain 21.
The highest level is 20.8.
Yeah, I'm on 20.9. Come on.
20.6.
Recovery 66.
So we only had like 200 kilometers left and 3 days planned to do it in. Day 3 was weird because it was like a new lease of life. I had the best sleep, the best recovery. I was just thinking like, let's just smash this climb out of the park. Like I want to start earlier, and we started early. I think we were up just before 2. We were like moving at 3:45 and it was like, boom, climb.
That hill got eaten up for breakfast. But that was the starter. We got the main course still to come.
Bits of the whole run, because it was like sunrise, the views were insane. Me and Mo were just like having a laugh, chatting the whole way up, kept turning around going like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like filming it on our phones the whole time. It was like one of the most unbelievable landscapes I've ever seen, to the point where like it actually made me get excited for the hills and the elevation, because I was like, I can't wait to turn that corner, turn around and see what it looks like. So it was just an actual blessing to be in the pain of climbing them hills.
Honestly, not many people have seen this view. Honestly, so blessed. It's actually crazy.
The whole route, honestly, every like mile there would be flowers and a picture of someone that had obviously crashed or passed away on that road. And every single time I looked at one of them, it became a bit of a ritual. I'd like nod to it and it'd be like a recognition, because in my head I would be like, you're alive, you're here. All them people probably wish they were here. Later down the line in life, you're gonna wish you were here doing this. Don't complain about the pain, be present with it, enjoy it. It's a reminder that we'll go one day, and there wasn't any point in that run that I didn't want to be in that moment.
Yeah, no, you ain't had one of them. It's like trifle. Ice cream. I'm not like fucked at all. Like I'm really not, but I am getting to the point where I'm like, I'm actually running 350k now. Whenever I go to like, and I'm like, nope, stand up tall, innit? Like, nearly start moping, but choose to be it.
Start moving.
We crossed the border from Bosnia to back to Croatia, and then we all get pulled in, got all our bags searched. Don't know what they were looking for, but all they found was cameras, smelly damp clothes.
Clothes.
But they were pretty interested in what we were up to, so we just told them about Hercules, what he was doing, and I think the guy was actually pretty interested in it, but he had his poker face on as if he was angry, but he was low-key digging it.
That was the first day I got to 75k and I was like a little bit dehydrated. I was running with Leon and I was like, it's a wrap, I'm done for the day. Not because I was like in the deepest, craziest pain cave, but it was like I knew that not to push it any further, stick to the scheduled rest time and all the rest of it.
65k in the absolute blasting heat.
There was this speculation of like, am I going to do it in 4 or are we going to stick to 5? And I said to myself the whole time, I will do it in a way that I want to and how I enjoy it. I went to bed and I was like, I'll just let tomorrow play out. What will be, will be. I will either do it all in that day or I won't. And I'm not going to beat myself up either way.
Yeah, I mean, the first 3 days, to be honest, have actually been, I don't want to say light work, but they've like, I think there's always a point in these runs, even a marathon or a 10k or whatever, which is the point where it's like, oh, now the race or the feat starts. That's today. Today's the first time I haven't woke up in the green. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, like today will finally be hard. It will be like, all right, cool. See what you're made of. So the plan today is see what I'm made of, pretty much.
Can someone just say, well done, Leon, for getting us back to the start point?
Well done, Leon.
Thank you guys. Thank you, yeah?
It's all about Leon. Alright, boys, day 4. Let's fucking get to Split, eh?
I definitely think when we were running and it was all you can hear is the footsteps, there's just a certain level of gratitude and appreciation, not just for your body, like, and it being able to run, not just for each other and the friendship that I have with Herc and he has with me, but just an appreciation for just like life. You're in the vastness of some of the most beautiful scenes, doing what you love doing, and you're so small in the grand scheme of things. Like, you realize just how vast and expansive, not just, you know, the world is, but everything around you makes you feel infinitely tiny and kind of like none of it matters, and then it all matters so much in the same time. And it was such a nice feeling and I think we felt it at the same time, where we kind of just stopped talking, but there's just that sense of appreciation and gratitude for being able to do what we were doing.
I was never thinking like, oh, I just want to get to the finish line now. I was like, this is such a adventure and journey of a lifetime that I was just like immersed in. The kilometers were like passing. I wasn't even paying attention, really.
found some like pastry shop. I got a tortilla. I'm not even joking. It was about this big. And then I sat down with the women and I was eating it, and they were like, where did you start your holiday? And I was like, Montenegro, and we're finishing in Split. She went, like, nice road trip. And I was like, no. And she was like, you're on the bike. I was like, nah, I'm running it. She was like, crazy. And then they were like talking in Croatian, probably like, what a wanker. Or like, what a liar. Fucking come on then! Beautiful.
This is what you do now. This is like what you've trained for. This is where you are alive. This is where you excel. Like, this is me. I reminded myself a lot in recent feats and recent things that I've done. When they become painful, the moment becomes hard. One day you will wish you were here. You don't need to be gifted, talented, special. You can do amazing, great, monumental things by focusing on the minuscule in your day.
I think it's so easy in this day and age to not give people like their flowers as well sometimes. And I said to her as soon as we finished the run, like, I know this didn't feel like a challenge to you, and it wasn't meant to, but like, I'm proud of you.
Woo! 350 Ks. Montenegro to Croatia. Job done, boys.
I said I was going to go out there and do that with a smile on my face, and I had a smile on my face the whole time.
In life, there's winners and losers, and he's chosen to be a winner.
It could just be so tasteful for like a marathon shoe.
After the 5K this morning as well, it's crazy, man. I feel like I genuinely feel like addicted to it at the minute. Like I just want to run.
Oh, did you go out and do a 5K this morning?
Yeah.
Beasting.
Yeah, but I wanted to do 10, but we ran out of time. But like, just feel it's weird. I've never felt this good straight after doing something. Like, I think the fueling being practiced more and that being proper, and then like the actual proper recovery and like not being a hero and playing the game book properly. It's like shown me, I think, like what's possible to be like, all right, cool, today I finished that feat and I feel good. And then I think going into like what we want to do next, like the 950K, breaking like the Greece record, trying to do that in like 10 days.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, yeah, that's possible. I can actually do that.
Yeah.
Because I know the structure. I know get the routine in, get the sleeping, get the recovery, get the fueling in. I've got another 5-6 months of training, get over there, start next year and just smash that one. But now this has like been the confidence installer in like, yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty sick.
So you just dissed me right to my face?
Yeah, I did. What are you gonna do? I got Leon to bat me.
This guy literally just snored in the car for like half an hour straight while we were trying to get a nap at 3 in the morning.
That wasn't me. That was
three in the morning.
car engine running, you know.
I actually
Scaring the birds away.
I had to put my Apple headphones in to try and get a nap, which I didn't get, but I was just Listen to this guy.
Split
No,
the
you
G.
have to like health benefits and that, like you'd love like a Coke Zero, but drinking carbonated drinks like every day would just be fucking brutal after that. So it'd have to be like diluting juice or something.
What juice?
Diluting juice?
What juice? What juice?
Like diluting juice.
Oh, I don't know what you just said.
Diluted juice.
Ah, like cordial.
Yeah.
Diluted juice.
Where's that Excuse me. Do you know where the nearest petrol station is?